This program brought to you by the Arts and Communications Academy at Lansdowne High School. It's the Lansdowne Show.
We're back for more of the Lansdowne Show with Season 2's second episode. I'm your host, Jordan Santiago, and we have a great show for you today. This month we have some returning segments from our resident joker, Jimmy, and more random facts from Instagram, as well as the long-awaited return of Captain Maryland and an update from Viking overseas, Anasseh Holt. Also in this episode we'll take a look at what's happening with JROTC, trigonometry, foods and nutrition, carpentry, and physics with Mr. Gish. New this November, we have a short film from the Televideo 1 class, as well as a segment called Pop Topics with Jasmine, and some other fun shorts for you to enjoy. So get ready to laugh and learn about Lansdowne High School Academy and more, right here on the Lansdowne Show.
See what's happening in nutrition and foods.
And we had to make some country fried potatoes. We had to break in groups, and each person had to have a job, either cutting, stirring, seasoning, or frying. Yeah.
It was paprika, salt, and shortening. 1 cup of shortening and oil. That was it. Can you cook that?
The biggest different variations.
Ketchup and all that stuff, so that was pretty good. Class is fun though.
Tell me the name of this class.
It's nutrition and food, and we basically just cook food, and then we learn how to make it, like the demos, how to cut, how to knife and all that stuff, how to cut, how to cook on the stove and everything. It's a fun class.
Center table. Well, today the objective was for the students to practice proper knife safety, and so we learned the claw method, how to hold on to whatever it is that you're cutting, so that your knuckles will actually be a shield and you won't cut your fingertips. And you learn the pinch, how to pinch the knife tightly, and how to cut cubes. So they sliced and they diced today, and everybody did a phenomenal job.
You know I'll never be caught sleeping in class. Now let's meet the director and learn a little bit about blocking used by the LHS actors in current LHS production of A Dark and Stormy Night, which premieres November 21st in the LHS Theater.
I chose to be the director because I've been in all 3 of the other plays, and I wanted to do something different. Because, like, you get to tell people what to do.
Blocking is the movement you do on stage to the center, and if you say go up stage, you move down. If you move stage left, go over here, and you could go back to the center.
Why do we do blocking in theater?
So it's not boring on stage, so people aren't just like standing around talking.
What is smarter than a talking bird? A spelling bee.
That's Jimmy. He's such a card. Still ahead on the Lansdowne Show. Stay tuned for an update from Okinawa and more from the Viking. But right now, let's take a look at what the physics class is learning with Sensei Gish.
So, can you tell me why is there black spots and clear spots on here? Jake, why is it like that? Good, so the light, there's that beam of light going. When we drop it through, the black spots will block it. The clear spots it can go through. So basically, this is going to take 4 data points for you. It's going to tell you essentially how fast is it traveling at each spot.
Why are you doing this?
We're learning about acceleration and how it is constant and how mass affects acceleration.
And what class are you learning this in?
Physics.
We're measuring the velocity versus time graph when you see how fast these go by through this scanner by its infrared laser. By starting here and dropping it, this will be the first point. It'll go slower and slower as you drop it. It'll speed up, and each point it'll get faster and faster.
Why? Because they start like making...
I've got my 1 card. Do you? Still ahead on the Lansdowne Show, a short film by Televideo 1 students and some excerpts of performances at Lansdowne's first cabaret night. But right now, let's see what's happening in physical education and check in with Anasseh Holt, our LHS Viking, on the semester abroad in Okinawa, Japan.
This is physical education class here at Lansdowne High School, and this is the state required fitness foundations class. We are performing our pre-test for the fitness gram, which is the standardized test we use to determine the level of fitness that the students are currently at, and then hopefully their development and improvement of that fitness over the year. We will test again at the end of the school year. Thank you.
My name is Anasseh Holt, and this is NASA TV. I've been giving you all these videos about how my trip has been going so far, but none on how I got here. So today, that is what I'll be talking to you about. It all started 2 years ago when I hosted an exchange student for a full year. And this exchange student was from Japan, Okinawa, where I am now. When her stay was through, I communicated with her and her family through Facebook and asked them if it would be okay if I spent my summer vacation with them. So last year, I spent the summer with them, 2 weeks in their school system and 1 week just relaxing with them. Now, it was a bit costly for the summer vacation trip, but fortunately for me, I love origami and I'm pretty good at it. So I did an origami fundraiser at my school, and thank you so much again to the students and faculty who helped me raise more than $700. My full time in Okinawa was 3 weeks, and then afterwards my mom came down and she visited us in Okinawa. We had a little family reunion. In Okinawa, my mom had a connection with a friend who she worked with. Her son lived in Okinawa as a middle school teacher, so I got to meet him and all his students. While there, he introduced me to an English teacher at the high school. So we connected, and when I went back to America, I was hungry for more. So I asked him if it would be okay if I spent the fall semester in Okinawa. And he told me it was possible. So we emailed back and forth the entire year. He sent me forms, I printed them out, I got them done, and I sent them right back to him until eventually I got the form for my visa. Once I filled that out and took it to the American Embassy in Washington, D.C., I got my visa. This last week, the school hosted 8 Australian students. It was fantastic, and I do have footage with them and with the events that we did with them. That didn't make sense. Ah! School is busy. I get home on an average Monday through Saturday, maybe 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock, especially if I have ASA practice. So it's pretty busy, and as soon as I get home, I have like an hour or so to get the study on, and then I'm into bed, because if I don't get my sleep, I'm a crouchy tiger. Alrighty, so yeah. What was I gonna say, guys? We went to the Chirikura. Chirikura. Wow. We went to this middle school track and field event, and Mr. Harry told me it was gonna be like crazy, people going wow, blah blah blah. And in my mind, I was like, okay, this island is only so big. What are you talking about? No, come on. But he was actually 110% correct, and then some change. It was amazing. Okinawa is pretty small, and from what I've seen, the tracks and the athletic areas are just like dirt and grass and whatnot. But this was an actual track and field stadium. There were tons of people, the energy was crazy. Every time we had someone from our school who ran, we all had to get up and cheer. So that was fun. So that's life right now. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. I try to post as often as I can. And yeah, stay tuned.